What's up, everybody? It's your boy J Max. Yes, I am absolutely sorry. It's been a really fucking long time since y'all seen my ugly face on YouTube. So where do I start? Where do I start? So the car's been here. The car's been here for, I would say, at least 2 months now. I don't even know how long. It's been here that this is all I can get to do right now. I can just open the garage and look at the car. So, let's get started. An update as to what happened with this car. I think around February-ish, somewhere around there, I attempted to get this car fixed. Had a little bit of money saved up, thinking, okay, you know what, it's gonna be, a couple $100 to get this car fixed. End up going to one of my boys who does electrical at TLM Nick. He wasn't available at the time, but because he had other cars in the store, in the shop, working on for the weekend, whatever, a while, so my car can get them. Then I messaged him back, I called him back again. That second time he was going to Trinidad, so he wasn't going to be back for, because he's going on vacation, whatever. I was just excited. I couldn't wait for him. So I ended up going to one of my, I was doing at work, and I ended up passing to one of my a guy I used to deal with a while back, since I had my Honda Accord. So this is to tell you how long this guy. So I went in. He's like, you know what? Just bring the car. You'll check it out. Blah blah blah. See if he can get it fixed. Now while the car is there, he tried starting the car a couple of times. The car started. It ran. Then it died out. So after a while, he consecutive tried starting it. The car never started after that. Hooked it up to his machine, did the diagnostic. He got to find out that the NAT, N-A-T-S, which stands for Nissan Anti-Theft Security. So that's the security system in the Nissan. This is why you don't hear anyone stealing these cars. It's very advanced. It's very expensive. He's not a dealer to program the keys, whatever. So this is a whole different story as far as the BCM body control module and the ECM engine control module. The BCM pretty much works with the electrical parts of it. The security, I guess the window, the other electrical stuff. The ECU works with the mechanical parts, tell it what to do, blah blah blah. Now, I couldn't get the car started to this guy. My other boy was in Trinidad still. Yeah, bear with me. I have a lot of talking to do, so y'all go grab some popcorn, pause it, come back. So the guy that I took it to first, the guy who I used to deal with back in the day, was not a licensed dealer, like someone who could reprogram it, whatever. So he tried a couple of things. I took my other spare key, still didn't work. At that point, it was too late. The NATS, the security system, already locked us out. So now I had to have the car taken away from him, take it to someone else. Now, as it stands, to get the car back in the driveway would have been absolutely impossible, because my driveway is on a slant, and my other guy, he's in Trinidad, so I had nowhere else to go. My brother now has a guy who pretty much worked for Nissan. He's a really advanced mechanic when it comes to knowing these cars. He knows them inside out. He's a bit expensive. I found that out the hard way. Now, just to start the car, just to look at it, he took a down payment of $300 just to look at the car, see what he could figure out in the meantime. It turns out this car had way more problems than I imagined. We tried everything. He tried everything, because I had the tune on the car, so he suggested. The amount of time that he's invested into the car, it will be wise to remove the modification so he could have the car back to its original form, which is stock. So I tried to go around this thing a million times to end back up right here. I didn't want to have to remove everything. So I was forced to. If you could tell, I have my stock intake, the old one. I removed my 75mm throttle body. The GTR injectors is off, so pretty much the car is just back to the original form. So pretty much the car is back to the original form as to when I didn't do the retune. So I will not be making any kind of power, just stock power for now because the car is running on a stock ECU. I had to go out now and buy a different ECU because he was so frustrated, he was fed up, that he said, listen, we can do this from here on out. I would have to start, I'm charging you for all this time that I'm wasting on your car. So to get rid of all of this, you know, back and forth, just return the car back to original form so I could start working on it. He figured out the problem. The problem was in the harness. He repaired it. Unfortunately, that repair bill was, it came up to about $1,700. I had to pay CA, which was about $150, and I had to go buy another battery, which is about $175. So I would say in that bill, just from removing this car out of my driveway to that guy, or to both guys, it probably cost me a little over $2 grand. It hurt. It hurt like it never hurt before, because I've never had to spend that much money on repairs. Sun in my eye. I've never had to spend that much money on repairs, and it was hard. It was really hard. It was challenging financially, mentally. So when I paid the bill, he said, okay, well, he fixed the problem that I came originally with. The problem that it has now is that the programming, I paid for the programming, but the programming is not allowing, the NATS is not, the BCM or something down there is not taking the programming. I could start the car 5 times. This is what NATS does. Nissan designed the system that if you start your car, these cars, more than 5 times unsuccessfully, without with the key that the BCM doesn't recognize, it puts the car into NATS mode, which is pretty much nobody can steal your car. So what it does, it disables your fuel and your spark, so there's no crank. You will stand there and crank this car from now until, you know, never. So this is the problem I had. So when he said the problem has been solved, but it's not, it was like, it was a bittersweet moment. It was like a roller coaster. I was happy to get my car, but it wasn't in the form that I want. So I had to, because it came up to so much money. I just told him, listen, man, stop working on the car. Don't do anything else. I'm coming to get my car. So the car has 5 starts. In the form it has, after he fixed it, the car started, ran, revved, everything. It had 5 cranks. It was difficult because I looked at it, I'm like, why did I spend $700 repairing a harness as to buying a new harness? That would have saved time. It would have saved, not possibly money, but I have the comfort now to know that that harness is brand new. This car is an old car. I've been banging on it for a while. You know, he replaced a lot of pins or whatever the case might be. He repinned the harness, so the car is fixed now, everything fine. But now my BCM is the problem. If I can't figure out this BCM issue, the car is just as good as being in limp mode, because it will start 5 times. I have 3 more starts right now. And after that, that's it. The car goes back into limp mode, into NATS mode, where I have to take it to someone to have them reprogram it just for 5 times. So it doesn't really make sense me pulling the car out. Now, this is where it gets really, really tricky. I have my other ECU. If I could get that ECU to work, then I could actually create a map where I could, you know, deal with the security system. That's a different topic. But this is my next phase on this car, is to have this car rolled out. Maybe next week or week after. You know, financially this car has tested me in ways nothing or no one has. So this is the reason why this car is in here. This is the reason why y'all haven't been seeing any videos. I know a lot of y'all right now is rolling y'all eyes saying, listen man, just get rid of the car. I mean, part of me just thinks it's easier to fix it as opposed to replace it. As far as this whole security system, the BCM, NAT system, ECU, this was all trial and error. You know, I think within the past couple of months to last year, I've gained a lot of knowledge about this car in general. That security system he's telling me now could be my aftermarket security system is a possibility that my bypass module is preventing the BCM from holding the the what's it called, the programming. Now, I took the car back, had the car sitting for maybe a month, and I just went in the car one day and I pretty much pulled apart the entire security system. So the car has no aftermarket security system. I haven't started it yet to see if that is the problem, because if I start the car more than 3 times, the car goes back into NATS mode. I pulled it out. It was an absolute mess. The guy who I paid to do the security system back, you know, a couple of years ago, he did an absolutely horrible job with it. And it's a possibility that right now, as it stands, the car is probably fixed. There is no aftermarket system conflicting with the OEM system, so it's a possibility, but it's a gamble I cannot afford to take right now, because if I roll this car out of the driveway, I have to be able to get it to somebody, and I know if I'm getting it to somebody, it's a possibility it's going to cost me a lot more money, which I don't have right now. I've been doing a lot of stuff on the side as far as building headlights. I've been painting, buying a lot of shit, investing into stuff that I could use my hands to get this car back on the road. So it's gonna be a struggle. It's been pretty hard driving around, you know, my Kia, because it gives no problems. I have the car for 2 years now, and the car starts, drives, works fine every day. This is why it's pretty boring to make up videos about that car. So I'm trying really hard, really hard. I know it's frustrating me, but this car is gonna be back on the road. I had to go 10 steps back, because right now the car is detuned. It's running on the stock system. I have no 262 wheel horsepower. I can't shift at 65, 7 grand anymore. It's back to 65. So it's a bit of struggling to do with this car, but I'm gonna get this car back on the road. I just, you know, I gotta work for it. After all this shit is said and done, this car is back up and running. I don't even think I'll be racing it for a while. I just want to get in the car again and love it. Next thing, the major thing I want to do to this car is actually fucking paint it. Listen to me. I've never came on YouTube and just brag about something that I committed my mind to doing this car. I will be painting this car my damn self. Remember what I said. What is the date today? The 5th or the 4th? Today is the 4th. The 4th of June. I will be painting, J-Max, J-Kia, whatever y'all want to call me, will be painting this car myself as soon as I can get a spot to sand it down. If I gotta pay somebody to use a booth, there's places I can paint, but this car will be painting by me. So I think I bore y'all out too much, but I appreciate everybody who still till this day continue to subscribe, even though I haven't been putting up zero content. But a lot of shit's been going on behind the scene as far as like painting, building headlights, you know, little stuff like that. Y'all can follow me on Instagram. The link is in the bio. So with that being said, I hope this is some sort of I guess something for y'all to hold on to. I know a lot of y'all been holding on to, but this car will be back, and hopefully I can get this car back running faster and stronger. More videos is coming. I just gotta sit down and figure out how I can put it together for y'all, you know, without having actual car. But I will have videos up for y'all, so y'all sit down, y'all will wait on me. I appreciate the support, and continue to subscribe, because I will be coming back with this car and getting back this car to what it used to be, even faster. But that's for another video. Anyways, with that being said, your boy, I don't even know what to call myself right now, because this car is stock as fuck. I have nothing in the car left anymore. It's just the basic system, and yeah, I'm back to just being Mr. Jason Lyrics again, back when I used to do like car shows and shit. I'm no longer J-Max, but mentally, I've been, you know. Anyways, your boy J-Max. See you on the next video, man. Peace.